storytelling into converting ads. Now, storytelling was a little difficult for the both of us in the beginning stages, but as we digged really, really deep into it, this is kind of how I thought of it. You're beginning to write your book. Okay, you are your author. You are the main character. So you have the full ability to write whatever you want into your story. Now, the only difference is your story is not going to contain a call to action like your ad will. Now, some people ask, how far back am I supposed to go in my ad? Okay, it really just depends on you and if it's going to be relatable. An example is my husband was born to be an entrepreneur. He's always had some sort of business where he wanted to make his own money to
work for yourself.
Work for yourself. Now, I would always start with your pain point. This is your line in the sand moment, that point in your life where you just had enough. And we want to see that in there. Like your life is being dictated every single day by someone else. You're not spending every day with the one person that you want to spend every day with. We want to see that. Family, you're not able to see your family. Keep it congruent though also. That's a big thing. Keep everything congruent and relatable. Now that we talk about our pain point, which we don't want to do that too much because that's too much negativity. We want to make sure that we're getting into our journey, finding this business, this amazing opportunity that we all have been looking for.
Right.
What it's done for us, the learning experiences and growing, our mindsets that changed, and then what it's going to be doing. I'm going to continue learning in this. I'm going to continue growing in this. And I'm going to meet some amazing people through this process. Now, the climax, I love this. It's the climax, your resolution, the future pacing. What are your plans for your future with this business? Goals for the business? Where are you going? Are you wanting to travel? Do you want to create a family? What is it that you love so much and want to put that in your story? And then it comes down to, this all takes time to put this together. And it's finding a space where you can actually sit down and write all this out too. Even if it takes you an hour or a couple days, a week, put some effort and some time into this. I always felt it's really important. I'll sit for hours and I'll write. And I'll have to leave it for a while because I know I'm not finished, and then I will come back to it and I'll put more of my value because I actually had to sit and think about it longer and harder. You can always add to your story because as you grow, you as well grow. So you want to make sure you're adding to it as well. Going into converting your story into an ad. Take your story and find those themes, the passions that you have that are relatable, compelling, entertaining, and thrilling. These are like the pain points that we talked about, the line in the sand moment, the resolution and the journey, what we do and our why. It is a huge, important part. Start with Why by Simon Sinek, one of our favorite books. And I always say, go back to when you first started, have a strong call to action in your ad. It's very important to have that call to action. What am I going to do after I read through this whole ad? Have something strong. Tell them what to do. Give them the expectation of what they're going to expect each step of the way. That's pretty much how I like to know what I'm going to do each step of the way. Our stories will define us as well. It's important since it helps us pick out the little bits and pieces for our ads as well. So sit down, write, and get used to it, guys, because you're going to start doing a lot of it. At the beginning, you suck. And then later, you're going to suck less. Then you become great at this. And then you all become unstoppable. because of your why. And all of this actually will come down to the type of mindset that you have, which I absolutely love. So in your writings, come from a good place too, because if you're writing in a negative state, that's all your audience is going to see is your negativity. So come from a good place, a positive place.